Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there, wherever you are, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to this very morning, Tuesday morning special edition. Special because indeed, a lot is coming up right now on this channel. Salon's blog. Once again, you are highly welcome. Listen, on the transfer news, Chelsea and Leipzig have discussed Christopher Nkunku in talks for Xavi Simeone. We understand Christopher has been presented to Leipzig through intermediaries. Yes. And this deal, if it has to go through, it will not be a swap deal. It will be a separate deal. We know Christopher Nkunku actually was bought from Leipzig. So he's more of a legend over there. He's loved by the players, by the team, by the club, by the fans over there. Now, are we going to be seeing Christopher going the other way and Xavi Simeone coming this way? Ladies and gentlemen, it is something which we wait to see. Separate deals will make sense if this should go through. Hopefully, Christopher Nkunku can get sort out his wage demands, because the way that he's being paid right now with Chelsea, RB Leipzig might not be able to pay the same wages. So hopefully, or we hope, he can sort out his wage demands, and then RB Leipzig could take him on. Then we will now see Xavi Simeone coming to Chelsea. You know, it is something which Chelsea will be happy to do, but it's going to be a separate deal because of PSR. It helps in sorting out PSR, sales. You must make sales to balance your books. Yeah, that is what it means. So hopefully, this deal could go through. Though there are some other, as of this morning, there were news of Xavi deal of, like no one seems to know exactly what is happening. But last night, the latest information we received is that intermediaries tried to present Xavi Simeone, Christopher Nkunku to RB Leipzig. We wait to see what will happen between now and the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully a deal can be done, given it will effectively be a like-for-like deal. It will be a like-for-like deal. Xavi Simeone, number 10 row, yes, like-for-like deal. Christopher Nkunku. Well, we wait to see, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I have heard in the past 8 hours that Chelsea was going to sign or was showing interest in PSG's goalkeeper. Ladies and gentlemen, Donnarumma to Chelsea. We've heard it. I believe most of you might have heard it. Yeah, it came in the news. But hey, Fabrizio Romano came to debunk that news. I know he is top 3 shot stoppers in the world. Donnarumma is a top 3 shot stoppers in the world. Great at cross, claiming from set pieces. Best goalkeeper in the world at 7 penalties. Experienced winner as well. But he has a problem. Distribution can sometimes be his problem. But he has improved on that aspect since Luis Enrique took over at PSG. Though he is just a little upgrade on Robert Sanchez. I will not wish for him. I don't want him in Chelsea. And thank God, Fabrizio Romano came to debunk the news. No talks, no discussions. Chelsea not working on Donnarumma deal. Chelsea not working on any goalkeeper. Talk less of being Donnarumma from PSG. The player, Gigio Donnarumma, will leave PSG for sure this summer. Most likely this or eventually next summer. But the way things are going, many people are suggesting that it's better he leaves now. The relationship is completely broken after the club decided to exclude him from their squad for the Super Cup. We understand Premier League is the most likely destination. This is where many have read meanings into read that he's likely to come to Chelsea. Because if you look at it carefully, Arsenal, if he want to come to the Premier League, which club? Who needs a goalkeeper? Who needs a goalkeeper right now? Man City have a goalkeeper. Good one, of course. Arsenal, they just bought Kepa from Chelsea in addition to what they have. Man United, well, you might say they would like to, but I don't think Man United will be buying Donnarumma at this point, looking at their financial situation, and as well as their focus now is on getting Baleba. So it was more like it's only Chelsea that many have touted that for Chelsea to win the Premier League, they need a good goalkeeper. Right now, many believe that Sanchez or Philip Jurgensen are not there yet as title winning goalkeepers. But let me ask you, they are not there yet for title winning. But they won us the Conference League, right? And they also won us the Club World Cup. Or those ones are not titles. Listen, for me, right now, it's better we cool down. We've seen Philip Jurgensen against Bayer Leverkusen, right? In the preseason, the first game of the preseason. Then we also saw Sanchez against AC Milan. Both were pretty good. Both were pretty good. If anything at all, I think our coach needs to work more on our defense. That is not to say we should go in and buy another defender. I also don't subscribe to that. We have enough backup. Even if Viega is not coming, I believe that George Achampong would grow into games. We have Hato even as well also there. So just to find a rhythm between Hato and Trevor Chalobah and Malo Gusto and how do you call him? Malo Gusto, Makukrela, just to find a balance within them, ladies and gentlemen. So Donnarumma to Chelsea, no, it's not happening according to Fabrizio Romano. Forget that news, ladies and gentlemen. Forget that news. There is no sense of panic. There is no sense of panic at Stamford Bridge right now. And Chelsea feel no urgent need to delve into the summer transfer market to replace Levi Colwill. Thank God for all this news coming up this morning. Thank God for all this news coming up this morning. And hey, guys, senior sources at Chelsea say that Nicolas Jackson will be reintegrated into Enzo Maresca's squad after the deadline if no transfer materializes. They are not desperate to sell him. Yes. We are not desperate to sell Jackson. Listen, guys, let us not be in too much haste to let go Jackson. Do you remember, is it 2021, 2022? Cucurella time, Makukrela. This is how Chelsea fans were calling Cucurella should be so Cucurella. At the end of the day, when the guy got fit, now he's become one of the best, and one of the best in the world left backs. So let's be patient. We have 3 strikers. A club like Chelsea having 3 strikers. That is just a perfect scenario. I see a Cucurella situation in Jackson, honestly. One day we'll come back and say we almost sold him. Even Didier Drogba, the legendary Didier Drogba, wanted to leave Chelsea in his second season. Yes, go back and check the records. Didier Drogba even wanted to leave Chelsea because the first season he didn't score much goals. Second season he was struggling and he was not being used like, he wanted to leave in his second season at Chelsea. So Jackson is not the first player. Of course, the way things were going from the Club World Cup, it's natural that any human being will react the way Jackson reacted by saying if they cannot guarantee him first in football, then he wants to look at other options. It's not a bad request. I cannot be guaranteed a place. Then let me look for other options. So it's up to the club to assure him, 3 or 4 years, but you have your own role to play. We have a lot of games to play. Very simple. I'm happy to hear that the club says they are not desperate to sell him and he's likely to be reintegrated. Right now as we speak, he's still with the club. He's still with the squad, training with the squad. He's not being excluded from the squad training, no. He still trains with the first team. So have that in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Now quickly, I'm about to run up. It is your breakfast news and I don't take much of your time. I will not take much of your time at all. Understand, Manchester United are furious with Alejandro Garnacho's close ties with a certain journalist this summer, which is putting United at a disadvantage during the club-to-club talks. The club have washed their hands with a 21-year-old, but will not be forced into accepting a low-ball offer from Chelsea. United want at least 45 million. Now, we understand there is an insider who is a journalist that is disclosing the, club-to-club discussions to the outside world, to Garnacho, making Garnacho to sit back, And hey, guys, we saw this picture a few days ago with Garnacho smoking vape. Yeah, Garnacho smoking vape whilst drawing a new tattoo. And many were shouting and calling him names as if it's the first time seeing players smoking. Many players do smoke secretly and privately. Garnacho smoking vape in public place is not new. And I want to believe also that this picture could be an old picture. Garnacho's smoking vape. It could be. I'm not saying it is. Because why they brought out this picture is because they want Chelsea to see the kind of player that Chelsea want to sign. But before we buy players, our sporting directors, they normally do a lot of research on our players. A lot of research. Let me remind you, a lot of players do smoke, including Frank Lampard, secretly. Then as a player. So it is not a new thing. But hey, Garnacho, you also, if you are coming to Chelsea, then you need, because you see, smoking, vape, and cigarette and all this tobacco, it sometimes affects the workout of the player health-wise. It affects their breathing, their lungs. So many clubs do. In fact, in sport, the sporting world is not allowed, but players do it. Just like alcohol, they drink almost. Some of them they drink every night, even though the club says do not drink. But be moderate. As for the alcohol, they told them to be moderate. But we see players that after games, even before major tournament, major games, final, we see some players, they'll go to club and have fun, they'll drink, they'll get drunk. Some get drunk to training ground. So it's not a new thing. But Garnacho needs to watch out if you really want to come to Chelsea, as we are hearing that the player has down his tools and says, all I want is Chelsea. As we understand, Chelsea, Garnacho message to Manchester United, Chelsea or I stay here and don't play football for 6 to 12 months. As he's making the demands. Chelsea, either you guys allow me to go to Chelsea or I will stay without playing football for the next 6 to 12 months. That is the message. And Chelsea are pushing hard to sign the player. This is where some of us, we are having challenges. We are not too sure why Chelsea now are pushing so hard. Chelsea can't wait to welcome Alejandro Garnacho to the football club. According to Fabrizio Romano. Now, Xavi Simeone deal is not through yet. We understand Chelsea want to get sales made in the form of selling Christopher Nkunku and probably Nicolas Jackson before sealing the deal for Xavi Simeone or Xavi Simon. But it looks as if Chelsea are now more into Garnacho. Chelsea are more into Garnacho right now as we speak. And Xavi Simeone deals to be like on a pause or in a hold. Does it mean that the deal for Xavi Simeone is over? Is it dead? It is a question I'm asking. Because it looks like right now it's all about Garnacho. It is better Chelsea get Xavi Simeone than getting Garnacho. If Chelsea is going to maintain Nicolas Jackson, then there's no need for Garnacho. No need for Garnacho. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my breakfast and I'll not be taking you long. Let me just conclude here. What else? Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll be back with more exclusives in the coming hours. But remember, I made it very clear. Jackson could be reintegrated into Enzo Maresca's squad if no sales materialize between now and the end of the transfer window. Donnarumma to Chelsea, it's no. It's not happening. That is not happening. Though the player himself having challenged with PSG, and it is assumed that he might likely end up in the Premier League. But it is no for Chelsea right now with Donnarumma. Ladies and gentlemen, Garnacho to Chelsea is gathering pace. Xavi Simeon in exchange for Christopher Nkunku. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. I'll see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.